Well, they entertained a lot in our tiny little apartment, which was both for us as kids, for my sister and I, it was enchanting in a way, because it was such another world to see. That is to say, Esty and I grew up in, as just typical 1950s American kids by day, and then by night. I don't mean literally at night, but the other side of our identity was this very flavorful European Yiddish home. So my parents would have parties, and you might find, some of the theater people that I just mentioned, Maury Schwartz or Joseph Bulloff or David Apatasha there. There would be painters like Mane-Katz and Chaim Gross, both great friends of my dad's. Other writers, Chaim Grade, Gladstein, various other friends. And there was a really special feeling to these evenings of a very unique, enclosed universe. Of course, there was more Yiddish language and culture in New York in general in those days. I mean, you'd be walking along Broadway, and on any street corner, you'd hear Yiddish spoken. On any newsstand, you'd see the forwards and Der Tug being sold, as well as other Yiddish language newspapers. You might exchange a few words of Yiddish with your dry cleaner or your grocer. I don't hear that anymore in New York, and it's sad. I mean, occasionally you in the Diamond District, you might hear the Hasidim speaking some Yiddish to each other, but it doesn't have quite the same feeling to it. They would fuss over me, as a little, as a cute little tot. They would cluck over both me and my sister, but I always remember somebody once saying, "Schein wie a Mädel," that I was as pretty as a little girl. But it was a very affectionate bunch. But I also felt, somewhat peripheral there. My father and his cronies existed very much unto themselves, and had their feet so squarely in another world that it was hard to really penetrate. Yeah, so I mean, again, you asked about what these parties would be like. So we'd be sitting around a vast dinner table with food and wine flowing. The evenings would become progressively more and more raucous. And Yiddish was being spoken. And I'd pick up a little here or there. But again, it was that dichotomy for me as a American child of feeling both great affection and reverence for this world, and at the same time wanting no part of it really, and feeling even vaguely embarrassed of it. This wasn't what life inside, an Ozzie and Harriet type American family should look like.